You are live. Right, good evening, people. Who have we got here? I don't really know what I'm doing here because I've never really done one of these live thingy mahoots before, but we thought we'd give it a go, seeing as we haven't done a video in 10 days or so. Evening, Paddy. Now, I have got some form of cold from the aircon on the plane, so you're going to have to forgive my snuffly voice. It's the worst thing about airplanes is getting all the aircon, and sitting in it for 22 hours has not done me any favours. I'm just trying to figure out all my buttons here. Fraser and Massey Mike, good evening. Hello. What have we got here? We've got the cat coming. Zach Howes, how are you? Hi, Paul. Hi, Declan. Oh. Good evening, Jason. Not used to this weather either. It was supposed to be 42 degrees in Sydney when we left on Saturday. Or we left Friday night. It was 42 on Saturday. So, yes, what has been happening in England, people? What do we know? What have I got here? Pop-out dashboard? What's that? Oh. Back to work tomorrow morning. So we got home yesterday and we landed about midday, and then we had to get back from London. So by the time we got back here, it was about 5 o'clock, and then we sort of just had some dinner and went to bed. And then I got up at 5:30 this morning because I was wide awake. So I'm not really over the jet lag, no, Paul. I'm not. Hi, Aidan. Up in Scotland, have been gritting. Yeah, they've had the cold snap up there. It's actually quite mild, really, isn't it? If I'm being honest, for December. What does the phone say here? Oh, I'm still on 10 degrees. Not really that cold, is it? It's going to get cold middle of the week. Apparently, Wednesday. Anyway, we had some questions come in on Instagram. Sorry about the quality as well on my webcam from my computer. It's not brilliant. Victor's a big fan of the John Deere 6R. Good tractor. We had some questions come in on Instagram. So if I can work out how to find them on my phone, we will go through them. Bit of tea. Oh. Pardon me. Right, so I found the questions that people have left. Are you working over Christmas? Yes, I shall be on the farm Christmas Day. I'll probably stream that on TikTok or something if I get the chance. Right, we'll start at the beginning because I know Fraser's here somewhere and he's left a question. Last weekend, -4 up in Aberdeen. I see Ollie Blogs is on his tractor run tonight. And Trucker Tim's going live at 8 o'clock, so we'll be dwindled down for viewers, but it is what it is. So yes, Fraser, what got me into farming? That was your question. Where can I leave this where I can still see them? There somewhere. To be completely honest, my family. So my family farm up near London in Hertfordshire. My dad come from a council farm. My gran and granddad had a few dairy cows. And then when my granddad died, my uncle Squeak took it on. And he milked the cows for a while, and then he sold up the milking herd a little while ago. And now he's got a herd of beef cows, and he does a bit of contracting as well. I saw Farmer P was live as well. Everyone's going live tonight. Perhaps we shouldn't have done this tonight, but well, we're here now. So yeah, I come from a bit of a vaguely farming background, but we live about 4 hours away from them, so we don't go up there too often. Did you order Crawford's beer? No, I didn't, Joe. Because there's been no one here to accept post. Well, our neighbours have taken a bit of post for us, but our post lady will not leave parcels, even if we leave a sign note. She just flat out refuses. So I couldn't really order any until I got home. So we were here to receive it, and then by the time we got home, he'd sold out. So I'll have to make another visit up there one day. You might have a bottle spare. So yeah, sorry, Fraser. That was a bit of a vague answer, wasn't it? But yeah, family farming. But I'm not from a family farm, if that makes sense. My dad, he's one of 8, and the youngest uncle took the farm on. But they're on an FBT, so they'll be. I don't know how long they got left on it actually, until they retire, and then someone else will get the chance. Right, let's do another Instagram one a minute. Drew said, upgrade to a new 6R155. When? No time soon, I don't think. No time soon. Evening, Casto. I got really itchy. It's my sunburn. My arms are sunburnt, and it's really bugging me. I'm itching them. There might be a new tractor coming sometime in the new year on the farm. When, I can't say, and what it is, I won't say for now. Have you bought your own tractor yet? No. I wanted to buy big boots, but we've had a bit of a change of plan. We're buying something. It's not big boots. All will be revealed in the new year. I'm not saying anything else about it, because every time I mention something goes wrong. It gets jinxed. Things get jinxed. By how much do the regimes differ? As in their weights, or how often do the actual regimes themselves change? Colin? Oh, we let you back in the country. Yeah, only just. Oh, excuse me a second. I'm back. So no, Bear Plant, we have not bought a tractor. We are buying something. That's all I'm saying. All I'll say is that any of the money we earn from doing this YouTube or social media in general, or any of the sponsor money we get or anything, I don't actually draw any of it. It's all going into this project that we're starting up in the new year. Different feed mixes. So the greens are on permanent pasture silage. We actually went away as the cattle were housed, so I've not done any of the feeding yet. But from what I understand, the greens are on a permanent pasture silage, much slower growing ration. They get a very, very small amount of sugar beet as sort of an additional feed through the green feeder. The blues, they're on a clover or legume mix grass silage, so they naturally grow a bit quicker because of the protein level in the grass. And they also get topped up with a bit of distiller's grains. And then the browns, they get sort of a mix of the two silages from around the buildings, and then they also get rolled barley. So we push them on a bit. Are you week on, week off? No. So the institute itself breaks up for Christmas on the 21st of December. So that's when like anyone that's in office-based work goes off for Christmas. And then the farm staff from then go on to essentially what is a really long weekend rota. So you have like 2 or 3 days on and a day off, and then 2 days on, a day off, or whatever. But it's a bit random. So because I've been away so much, it's only fair I work Christmas. I think I'm working Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. Yeah, all that lot. And quite a few of the days in between as well. Oh, you get paid one day. You'll get that, Casto. You'll get that. What did you think of the 5S145 with the loader you put on Facebook? Yeah, we actually really liked that 5S tractor. I don't have a bad word to say about it, actually. Farmer Dave, how are you? We're back. Would you like to run your own farm sometime? I would love to. One day. Yeah, sorry, Colin. I hope that clears it up. One day I'll do an actual video. If I'm over there feeding them at all over the winter, I'll try and do a proper video, break it all down, because I know people are interested. Look forward to the updates in the new year. There's some exciting stuff. Australia was hot, Dave. It was very hot. What else have we got here? Abby Misselbrook. Anyone know her? Did Gus miss his mum or dad more? Gus did not bat an eyelid about me coming home. He was quite excited about Abby coming home. Yeah, Australia was hot. There's a lot of stuff out there that can kill you, apparently. We saw quite a lot of those things. And something I didn't know, there's only 22 million people in Australia. Right, and you can fit Europe inside Australia 7 times. And we've got 3 times the population of Australia in this country alone. And that's mad, isn't it? Mad. How excited was Gus to see you after your holiday? Asks Tony on Instagram. I got a little video of when Gus turned up at the house. And he went absolutely mental when he saw Abby. He wasn't really bothered about seeing me. Welcome back. Thank you, Craig. Oh, I had a New Holland. Oh, I missed out. Welcome back to sunny Devon. It's been raining all day. Oh. How was it, Craig? Do you like the New Holland? Can you have a cup of tea? Ever driven a 590 or 690? No, I've driven a... What's Dr. Phil got? He's got a 390. Yeah, 390. I hope you brought back some sunshine. We're flooded out again. Yeah, no, on the way home from Gatwick yesterday, so coming down like the M4 and the M5, I didn't see a good piece of corn anywhere. I saw a lot of water standing in fields, which is obviously not very good. A lot of spring cropping going to be going in, I think, this year. Right, what have we got here? Farm Jake_horses3. So I'm reading these off Instagram. What's your favourite tractor on the farm? I always give a different answer when people ask me this. I love the 155 that I drive most of the time, just because I like driving it. It's got loads of tech on it. Big Boots makes the best sound on the farm by a long way. The 135, the 250, the Massey 250 is probably the best tractor on the farm because it has to start every morning, and it always does. You wait till that doesn't start now in the morning. And actually, I really like the handler as well. We spend a lot of time in that in the winter, running around doing various things. Oh, evening, Stephen. Nice to see you home. Yes, home. We were busy last night packing up some merch. So thank you anyone who ordered merch whilst we were away. That will be in the post first class in the morning. It's all packed up, ready to go. -2 beginning of last week. Oh yeah, Phil. Dr. Phil texted me asking if I'd done anything to winterize the sprayer, and I completely forgot about that before I went. Even Fencer liked it. Well, there you are. Sold. There was a good reaction to the Coity as well. That had a lot of views, that video. That did well. Right, Cowley Hill Farm, which is Will. If anybody watches Will on YouTube, Cowley Hill Farm, he's a sheep man. Gerwin Price, yay or nay? Now, those of you who don't know who Gerwin Price is, he is a darts player. He's quite a controversial darts player. People either love him or hate him. I quite like him. He is a very, very good darts player. Got a bit of an ego, though. Would you like to visit One Lonely Farmer? He's American, I think, isn't he? Is he American? Luke Humphreys. What about Ryan Searle? The Devonshire man. For the Worlds. Yeah, Luke Humphreys. He's got is he number 4 in the world at the moment? But he looks unbeatable. Sorry, we're going off topic here, aren't we, with darts? I'd love to go back to America one day. That is on the bucket list. do you play rugby? From Callum J. Ritchie on Instagram. I played a little bit when I was at school, when I first went to secondary school. But you've seen the videos, I'm not really built for playing rugby. So I got hurt quite a few times, so I stopped playing. He came over here to buy a deer. I've watched a few of his videos. I would do a good deal on the coity. Have to get it up Dr. Phil's place. So yes, anyone that doesn't know, Craig Davey here in the chat is Craig that, was at Rothamsted, but he has now gone off to sell tractors and handlers and whatever bits and pieces for Southwest Handling. So any of the videos you see with Southwest Handling, you can now contact Craig for bits and pieces. I'm sure you'll be excited to do some deals with someone, Craig. Hope your first week went well. Yeah, I used to watch his videos, Anthony, but I haven't watched them in a while, if I'm being completely honest. Right, what's the time? 7:45. I said to Abby I'd be done by 8 o'clock. We got quarter of an hour. Right, next question from Instagram is, what is the thing you love about farming the most? What do I love about farming? There's not really anything I don't enjoy about farming. I like cows. I like machines. I like being outside. I like doing something different every day. There's nothing not to love, isn't there, about farming? That's a tough question. What do you love about farming? Most of it, nearly all of it. Maybe Southwest Handling want to compete for your channel sponsorship. I know someone that can put in a good word for me. Have you seen, I tried to grow a bit of an Aussie moustache whilst we were away, but my lack of ability to grow facial hair didn't go very well, although this was only a week, to be fair. Got to be the pay. Got to be the pay. Evening, Rick. Getting paid for your suntan. Yes, there you are. Getting paid time off if you're an employee. Not everyone's as lucky as that, though. No more sunshine until next June. Abby wants to go to Italy in May, and I'm telling her, look, that is silage time, and we can't afford it. We cannot afford it. We've had too much sun, yes. You should have seen us, right? So the first day we were in Melbourne wasn't really that sunny, so Melbourne was all right. But the first day we were in Cairns, Abby turned this colour because she doesn't tan. She's either like white or red. She's like a squashy, if you've ever seen a squashy sweet. Whereas I probably don't look like I've tanned, but I do tan a bit. And then on one of the last days in Sydney, she was lied on the beach on her belly, so she didn't get burnt again where she got burnt in Cairns, and then all of her back burnt. I shouldn't laugh because it's not really that funny. Oh, poor girl. Missed your videos. Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get more recorded so that when I was away, there was still enough for 2 farming videos a week. But I just wasn't up to speed with it. And then we sort of filmed a bit of the stuff in Melbourne, but to be honest, you guys don't want to see what I'm doing on holiday, and I wanted to enjoy my holiday, so I decided to just wait till we're back. So there'll be a video Wednesday. Ooh, hopefully you can catch up. Yes, I've missed 3 weeks of here, there, and everywhere going on, so got some catching up to do. When I started on a YTS scheme, I had to bike 5 miles to work on Hill Farm and bike home. Yeah. When I started, when I was 16, I got my first few paychecks from the dairy farm, which is about a mile up the road from where we live. My mum used to drive me to work in the morning, and I used to pay rent. So when I started working, I started paying rent, and I was paying some months more in rent than I was earning. Wish I could start doing farming again. There's always some jobs around in farming. Always short of labour. Is the farming industry. 25 quid a week. Cool. Looking into the future. Nice one, Rick. Well, we've got 10 minutes. So we've got another question here from the Irish Dairy Lad on Instagram. What breed is Gus? Gus is an English Cocker Spaniel. But he's quite a big Cocker Spaniel. If you've ever seen on the videos Tarka, which is his sister that used to come to work a bit, which is Craig's dog, she's about half the size of him. I don't know what happened to him, why he's so big. We'll be back at the farm yet? No, we'll be back there in the morning. How long have I worked on farms? So yeah, I started when I was 16, when I left school, but then went back to school. So I started working part-time when I was 16. And I'm now 29. So what's that, 13 years? It's a long time. Your collie? I haven't got a collie. Where is my dog? Gus, Gus. See if Gus will come upstairs. I remember cycling to college in the rain, then bought a motorbike. Dr. Phil would be proud. Come here, bud. Come here. No, people want to see you. Oh, they do. Oh, there he is. Oh, yes, I know. You sat on your own tail. That was a bit loud. Anyway, here's Gus. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, got a better offer downstairs, I think. What are you doing? Right, there you are. You going to sit down? No whining? Oh, thank you. That's better. That's a lot better. Cool. Oh, there's one on the farm. Yeah, well, there's actually 3 on the farm. Rex has got three collies. What are you doing, Gus? You staying or going? Don't know what to do you? No, there's people here to see you. Hey, who's this? Oh, John's got a collie as well. Yeah, Sky. And he's got a Labrador. And he's got a terrier. There's a handful of dogs. Apologies for the... I hurt my ear. Gus is whining. On the same farm for 25 years. That is some service. Crashed after 6 weeks. Oh dear, Castor. I had a mate when I was at school. He got a bike whilst we were in like 6th form. Because you get that one when you're 16, can't you? And he should drive it to school. And it was the best thing ever until he came off it one morning on the wet lanes. And then he just didn't want to get back on one at all. Dogs are pretty amazing. Love Lord Muck's dog. Gus has been a bit strange. He only came back yesterday, obviously, because we only came back yesterday. But he's been with my mum and dad for 3 weeks. And he's nearly a bit quiet. I think he misses mum and dad's dog. Like having some company. He's been either that or he's worn out because my mum's been walking him 16 times a day. Try and keep him entertained. Gold Lord Muck. Didn't get a car license till you're 24. God, that's keen. Were you just on bikes up until that point? So we got a question on Instagram from Will. It just says hi. Hi, Will. Lord Muck and George Saunders. I like when those two do videos together. They end up just nattering. I was thinking, whilst we were away, I was thinking of all these good ideas I could have for some YouTube content. And everyone seems to be doing podcasts at the minute. That seems to be the hot topic. I wondered whether people would enjoy a podcast with Dr. Phil. And we just get him to ramble on about some rubbish. When did you pass your driving test? So I did my tractor license when I was 16, which I was looking forward to and did that. And then, so I'm My birthday's in September, so I turned 17 in September, and I passed in February the following year. That was my car driving test. Oh, I had a question as well that somebody couldn't fit in the box, and I said I'd read it out. It's on a message somewhere. I nearly forgot. Nearly forgot. From Chris Burrows. If you're watching, Chris. With the rising prices in agriculture, how much time do you spend shopping around for the best price? Or do you go for the right product / equipment regardless of price? So the way we buy equipment at Rothamsted is a bit different to farming in general. So if we need or want a new piece of equipment, we have to submit what's called a business case to BBSRC, who are the main funders of the institute. It's called like a machinery capital business case or something along those lines, which has to have quotes from 3 different manufacturers of the same machine you want. So if you want a Telehandler, for example, you need a Merlo, Manitou, JCB quote, or 3 other brands or whatever. And then we'll normally have in our mind what we would like to buy. But we still have to get the other quotes, and it's not a done thing. So it's not necessarily if we ask for the money, we get it. It doesn't work like that at all. Sometimes the institute will say we're going to release a business call at this point in the year. You can put some bits and pieces together that you'd like to get or whatever. But that's why there's so much equipment on the farm, and it's all sort of like in big chunks of different ages. So back in 2000 and when was it? 2012, the institute got given a massive pile of money that had to be spent really quickly on machinery, so it couldn't be on like buildings or anything. I think this was like an end of year thing, so they got given a load of money to buy machinery that had to be on farm quickly for an audit. So there wasn't the time to shop around and get necessarily what people wanted or whatever. So both our Massies, I think the dung spreader, I think the Pottinger rake and tedder, and some other bits and pieces as well, all came at the same time, which was great. But of course, the downside to that is they're all aging at the same rate. When it comes to replacing lots of stuff, wants replacing at once. But at the minute, we're what we've costed up for is a replacement tractor. So hopefully sometime in the new year, you guys will hear about that. You've heard me go on about the sprayer. So we've costed up for a sprayer replacement and dung spreader, because our dung spreader is good at falling apart. Declan, when was YouTube planned, or did it just gain legs, and how did it begin? Yeah, so it started in COVID. So again, because we're a government sort of funded and run institute, the COVID rules were really, really strict at Rothamsted. So the decision was taken to split the farm team in half, so that if one person got COVID, of course, all the other people that were working with them would have to isolate, and it just spread the risk a bit, so that we weren't all off work if one of us got COVID. And so because I had all this spare time, so we were working like 4 days on, 4 days off. Pardon me. I spent a lot of time to begin with just spending my 4 days off just watching YouTube, because I didn't have much to do. So I thought on my 4 days on with my phone, I will record a bit of what we're doing and stick it on YouTube. And then I quite quickly got quite excited about it and thought I'll do this a bit more, and got myself a GoPro and started taking it a bit more seriously, and it just took off, and now here we are. But it wasn't like a planned, I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I just thought, I'll give that a go, watching a lot of other people do it. When Casto has the pleasure of that 6'9". He's got a Unimog as well, hasn't he? Have you got a Unimog, Casto? Rick had a border collie, worked hard. One lamb got away from his mother in the same way and bowled the four together. Crikey. Good evening, Josh White. How are you? John Deere, the best for me. I like John Deere. We get on really well with Masons as well. Rich, who is our sort of technician, fitter, mechanic chap, awesome on the phone. James in the parts, awesome on the phone. Brad, the salesman, get on with him quite well. And it just works. It's one of those things. Although if you ask John and Dr. Phil, they like the 6470. They'll quite happily drive that one all day because that is a quick little tractor. All your gears are still a good 10 years newer than mine. Some of it is. You haven't seen in the back of the sheds. Some of it isn't. We did have a bit of a clear out back along. I would love a test drive in a Fendt 724. I've never driven a Fendt. There's one tractor I've never driven. Perhaps we ought to go and ask our friendly neighbour contractor, Tom, see if he'll let us have a go. Hi, Agri Lad. I'm good, thank you. MB track. Sorry, not a Unimog. My bad, my bad. That's probably like swearing. Farmer Dave's heading off. Cheers, buddy. There'll be a video on Wednesday, all being well. Yes, there'll be a video on Wednesday. Tractors should be blue. We've got a 1210 on the farm. I think the clutch is knackered on it, but it's still there. Massey and New Holland are the way forward. Not a fan of John Deere. Everything just feels so cheap. Whew, shots fired. I like Massey's. I do like a Massey. My Uncle Squeak, he's got Massey's. Abby's family have got Massey's. Would you ever do an open day at the farm and invite your followers? I'm not sure I would be allowed to host one myself, but there are various open days across the year on the farm, and I'll try and do a better job of advertising when they are, so people can come along if they want to. Those 3 weeks did fly by, John. They absolutely did. Did you do the bridge walk? We didn't walk across the bridge. I can't remember why we didn't. We saw people walking on top of the harbour bridge, and I was keen to do that. There was a couple of reasons we didn't. One, Abby didn't want to; she was terrified. And two, it was $300. What breed of dog is Gus? He is a Cocker Spaniel. David Brown 1210. No, it's a Ford 1210. Little tiny, like garden tractor size Ford. I can't remember what it was used for. I think it was used to push in feed. That's the only thing I've ever done on it. But I think the clutch is knackered. I've gone over my time limit. Welcome home. Thank you, Anthony. Track's nearly 40 acres old, or 40 years old. Not all modern tractors have the same spec. Cheers, Rick. We'll catch you on Wednesday. Yes. It's all about personal preference. I'd have a New Holland than a John Deere. I think it's about spec as well. So I drove a New Holland on my previous job for a little bit. And it was, it was fine. I much prefer the John Deere I drive. I like the gearbox in the one I drive, although it has gone wrong once. So yes, if we replace a tractor in the new year, or whenever the business call comes out that we're hoping to put in for, it will probably be the older of the 620s, little boots, as we call it, that will go. Oh, there you are. Agri Lad's got a Ford 1210 on a tyre pusher. Sun bus. Oh, 40 acres old. You did mean acres, Castle. When is the big thing with Dr. Phil that you couldn't talk about in the video? I don't know if we'll mention it before Christmas. It'll probably be a New Year thing. I've probably hinted at it too much already, but basically I said at the beginning of this year I was going to buy a tractor, and I got some money saved up to do it, but I'm not going to buy a tractor I'm going to buy something else instead, and Dr. Phil is involved with it. So, although there's a bit of a spanner in the works, but I'm hoping we can get past that. Direct drive's a good gearbox. Yes, I like it. It's just easy. Nudge it forward to go faster, pull it back to go slower. Oh, you did mean years, Cast. I thought you did. Oh. I love the gearbox, Craig. Cheers, buddy. We'll see you soon. Starts every morning with no fail. Hours will take a bit of starting, I think. Doesn't get used. We have Massey, New Holland, and John Deere on the farm here. John Deere is the best to sit on all day. Command Pro is great. Oh, I'd love a Command Pro. I would love a Command Pro. I'd love a Vario tractor. Reliability. Oh, yes. Yeah, I mean, the direct drive is a common thing with them, isn't it? It's like the head gasket on the older 30 series or 20 series Deeres. They were known to go. The direct drive gearboxes had a known fault in them. And like when ours went wrong, or when the one I drive went wrong, John Deere did partly pay for the repair because it's a known fault. Not a fan of auto power either. Josh White does not like a Vario gearbox. If you're ever up this way, we'll have you driving the old girl. Give Boots a run for her money. Yes. Oh, is anyone going to Lammer? That's something I need to discuss with the chaps tomorrow. Because that's only in, what's the date today? 10th. I think it's like the 16th and 17th or 17th and 18th of January. In a month's time. So hopefully go up to Lammer. See some of you there. Anyway, I ought to wrap this up because I'm supposed to be, well, I need to have a shower and I'm going to go to bed because I'm knackered. And back to work in the morning. Used to using the clutch and gears. Yes. I know. Hoping to get to Lammer. Nice. I won't have life issues. Oh, I won't have life issues. Oh, that's a shame. What day are you planning on going, Casto? Because I don't know that we'll be able to go both days. Because it will leave us short of people on the farm. But we might go up. I'm hoping to go and stay the night, so I haven't got to use all day going up. If you see what I mean. So we might go and stay the night before the first day, or stay the first day night for the second day. I don't know. We'll do something. John was pretty keen to go. Royal Highland, probably not this year. No. Hopefully go to the Royal Welsh this year. Obviously, we did the Highland last year. It's a long way to go. Although it is only no, you can fly right into it, really. HS Agri, he's the boy. I do watch him. Him in his new case, or new to him case. I'm sure he'll go, won't he? He loves a day out. Right, anyway, I'm off, guys. So, we'll see you on Wednesday for a new video. I think we've got, I don't know what's on tomorrow. Apparently the feeder wagon is broke, so that'll be interesting to see tomorrow. We got cattle weighing either tomorrow or Tuesday. The bull shed isn't actually being used as a bull shed yet. They got snagging to do this week, so we'll see the bull shed in its finished state, but not actually being used. Yeah, it is right next to the airport. I know when I saw Cowley Hill Will there this year, he said it was easy, just fly in and straight in on the tram or train or whatever it is. And then whatever else we got to get up with. Someone's put a thumbs down. Who was that? Would you ever get 215? Probably too big for us. I reckon if the biggest we would go would probably be one of the new 185 Deeres. Yeah, get a whole gang of you there, Casto. Anyway, guys, thank you very much. We'll see you Wednesday on a new video. Hopefully we'll get back to 3 videos a week. That is the plan. Christmas is coming, so it might be not quite so many over Christmas, but we'll see. We'll see. But yes, see you all soon. Ciao.